going to come down to the floor. I have a mat. If you have one ready, great. If you have been sitting on your couch and you have shoes on, this would be a great time to take them off. So come and join me. I'll move my chair back. We don't need the chair anymore. So clear some space. Now, one thing you may notice that when you get on the floor, if you have animals, they're going to want to come and join you, your kitties or your dogs, so you might want to put them out of the way. And just come right down to your hands and knees onto the floor. Wonderful. This is dog pose, not downward facing, not upward facing, just dog pose. So separate your fingers so you can see the floor beneath them or the mat, and then have your knees right underneath your hips. Good, that's real simple. We're going to do it, what's called the cat-cow stretch. As you exhale, you round your back, tuck your chin, and then inhale, change. Let your belly drop towards the floor, towards the mat. Lift your chest, lift your chin, lift your hips. This is one of the most wonderful stretches to help you move the spine in its natural curves, releasing the muscles, the paraspinal muscles along the back. And then we'll change it a little bit. Stay here. Turn your toes under. Yeah. And then walk your hands further out in front of you. Draw a breath in, and then just sit back towards your heels. Your back's going to lengthen and stretch. Let your forehead, your nose touch towards your mat or the floor. And then come back up. That's all you're going to do. You're going to sit back. Your toes are turned under, so you're stretching your feet. Lengthen through your arms, so you have a stretch in the back. And then come back up. Good. Let's do that one more time. Sit back. And then come up. Beautiful. Yeah. Bring your hands to the right underneath your shoulders again. And I'm right there on the mat. And set your left hand, of course, doing opposite again. Set your left hand on your mat and sweep your right arm around. So it just rests on the small of your back. And we're going to inhale. Here comes a little twist. Take your shoulder and your elbow towards the ceiling and peek up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, look back down at your hand. Inhale, lift up, turn, exhale, return to look at your left hand. Let's do that again. Inhale, take that shoulder, then your elbow, and turn upward. Good. And then release back down. Let's change sides. Plant your other hand on the mat. Wrap your left arm around. Set your back of your left hand on your low of your back, and then turn and look upward. Exhale, turn and look back towards the floor. Inhale, look up. Exhale, towards the floor. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Set your hands back down again. We're going to do a little back bend, a very easy back bend. You move your hands way out in front of you, and then slowly start to lower your hips. Your knees are on the floor. Just start to lower your hips and keep the shoulders away from your ears. So you're not collapsing in the neck. You're lengthening up, drawing the shoulder blades back. You can point your toes here in this position. Get a little back bend. You can lift your chin, push your hands firmly into the floor, lengthen, melt those shoulders away from your ears. Yeah, feel the stretch in the front of your torso. Beautiful. And now move your hips back. And we're going to come to a seated position on the floor. So just switch with me here. Sit down with your legs out in front. There we go. See if you can just take your legs straight out in front of you and just do a little tap here with me. Release the backs of your thighs, the backs of your knees. Good. And then bring your right knee. So again, I'm opposite you. Bring your right knee and right foot in close to your chest. And we're just going to hold the shin with, you can interlace your hands like this, or you can just cross one over the other. And then lift upward, lengthen up through your torso. Your other leg, your left leg, is straight on the floor. Toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. Extend to the crown of your head. Just imagine your spine just growing longer and longer, creating space between the vertebrae, creating space for those discs, those cushions in your spine. Beautiful. And then switch sides. Just straighten out the right leg and bend the left knee, draw it in. Like I said, a healthy spine is a healthy body. It really is. Think about it. It houses your nervous system. It's where the whole place, you have your brain, you have your heart, you have your lungs, you have your nervous system down the center of your spine. It then goes out to all the little, even down to your fingertips. Good. Creating space. Excellent. And now straighten out your left leg. Bend both knees and open your feet apart about hip width. We'll do a forward bend. So bring your arms up. We just did a little back bend a few minutes ago. Now a forward bend. We did a seated forward bend on our chair or on our couch, and now we're doing it on the floor. Hold on to your toes. My knees are bent. Yours should be too. And inhale, lengthen up through your spine. And then exhale, just collapse onto your thighs. Let your head round forward. And try that again with me. Inhale, lift up. Beautiful. And then let yourself collapse down. And then sit up and see, I want to take your legs a little straighter. So your legs are out in front. See if you, and knees are still slightly bent. Lift up and see if you can go a little deeper stretch. A little deeper stretch. Yeah, reach over. Whoa, can you do that? Now some of you are going to try this and straighten your legs all the way. But if that pulls too much in the knees, keep them slightly bent. So the full forward, seated forward bend, Sanskrit is Paschimottanasana. Isn't that an amazing name? Sanskrit's an amazing language. And then slowly bring yourself back up, straighten both legs. Yes, good. Let's do a little movement for our hips, for this femur bone in our hip socket. So take your feet wide apart, and you'll let your hands come beside you, either side of your hips. Turn your feet inward. See how far, can you get those big toes to touch? That's really hard for me. Inner rotation is hard for most people. Outer rotation though, most people have an easy time with that. They can just take their toes out, touch the floor with them, and then come back in, bring your toes down, and open back out again. Yes, I think this koi fish, you know, is having fun with my toes. Good. And a few more times. Inner rotation, outer rotation. The other thing we do in yoga with our feet is we flex, point, and floint. So a flex is your heels stay on the floor, but you pull your toes back towards your face. Yeah. And then the point is you, without cramping in the arches, you just point your toes forward. Watch this. A floint is you just pull the toes back. Yeah. Let's try that again. Try yourself with a flex, then a point, then a floint. See how that engages your legs and your muscles of your legs? Good. Shake your feet out. Release. We're getting close to the end here. Amazing how fast it goes. I'm so glad you took time for yourself and joined me. Let's do a couple more stretches for our legs. A little hip stretch here. So pick up your right foot with your left hand and just cradle your knee with your hand and rock back and forth. It's a nice way to open up our hips for the day or ending of the evening. Sometimes you guys watch the show at night or sometimes in the morning. So please, again, like I said, if you enjoy the show, send me an email. My website is aryoga.com, and you can email me there, and I'll pass them on to the guys at the station. They love getting them too because they know people are watching the show. Jones Television is a fabulous station and a fabulous gift to all of us in Northwest Arkansas. So if you do like this, please let me know. Got to keep it going and keep Jones on the air. All right, that is a good all-around, very yoga warm-ups. And if you want to just cross your legs with me, you cross yours, I'll cross mine, and let's close our eyes here and bring closure to our class. Let your hands rest on your thighs, palms up, and relax into a seated Shavasana.